Good morning. Today is the 12th of December 2022. And what's on my mind today is Indiana Jones 5. I think it'll be released in about a half a year, if I understand correctly. Uh, Raiders of the Lost Ark was one of my favorite movies back in the day. Teenage me went to see it 7 times at the theater. Yes, that was a thing that people did back in the day. You liked the movie so much, you saw it again and again and again. It was a thrill ride. It was fantastic. It really was. Um, and then the trio, Raiders, Doom, and Crusade, all top notch. All I think the latter two I got over the multiple viewings, but I still enjoyed them immensely. And I would say after Raiders, I would put Crusades, but I have a thing for medieval genre, and I thought it was very well done. And Doom is right up there. Like as far as I'm concerned, they were not perfect movies, but they were fun movies, and they were a great ride, a lot of fun. In the mid aughts, they decided to revive it, and with Spielberg, if I remember correctly, at the helm. And I was like, okay, this is, yeah, Ford was showing his age, but you never know. He still had a little bit of life in him. I mean, I have a little bit of life in me, and was what, maybe 10 years older than I am now, maybe 5 years older than I am now. It was okay, 20 years ago. Anyways, that movie was a grave disappointment, and for me, and I'm surprised that it was. They had a perfect villain with the commies, Russian commies at that. Blanchett, come on, she pulled it off for a bad movie. She pulled off a decent character. I don't know. I always enjoy Kate Blanchett and her work. And this is before LeBouf, if I'm pronouncing Shia. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. I might not, but it doesn't matter because at the time he was up and coming. He was not yet who he evolved into. So as far as I was concerned, it worked as a foil and a companion to the Harrison to Indy. That said, that movie was crap. Now that I'm thinking about it, wow, I don't remember. Well, except for maybe Rings of Power recently, I don't remember watching a movie that was like, Jesus, this is bad. And it's only getting worse. It got way too the central villain, the Crystal Skulls, whatever. The South American angle, it was okay. To me, Indy is America and Euro centered. It is what it is. That said, uh, I'm actually surprised that it was helmed by Spielberg. I could be wrong by that, but I think I'm right. But my memory is what it is. I should have googled it before, but I'll take my chances that how good is my memory? Let me know. That said, now they're coming up with number 5 in this series, and now he's what, 80 and showing it. What was it? 10 years ago, he did the Blade Runner, which was a what do you call that, sequel to. It was okay as far as the movie goes, and he was okay-ish. But he shows his age, and he also shows his grumpy old age very, very prevalently in his movies now. He used to not be there was always a touch of a sourpuss in his screen presence, but he's really a sourpuss now. I don't know if you've seen him, and then yeah, of course, he was in the Star Wars, which the less said about that, the better from this point of view. Whatever. It's just, my point is this. Harrison Ford is an 80-year-old man. Indiana Jones is a swashbuckler, for lack of a better. Yeah, he's got the brains with the archaeology and whatnot, but he's a swashbuckler. Right? He fights with his, he talks with his fists, and he gets things done. Now he's an 80-year-old. My fear is this, and it's that I really hate to be in the group that bemoans movies that were, themes that were. What I mean is the SJW element of modern entertainment. I maybe it's me being me. I don't remember movies being as political as they are now. Um, that said, maybe maybe they were. I don't know. The SJW crowd, I imagine. Well, not only would they call me fascist adjacent, which we've talked about that before. It's okay. It's I'm not. But if that's what gets you through the night because you did a shitty movie or a dumb storyline, or you had a. My point is this. Sorry, I don't want to go on a rant about the SJW influence on modern cinema. There's nothing more I can add that hasn't already been said. Yeah, you want to call me fascist adjacent? I'm not, but if that's how you see it, that's how you see it. My point is, quickly, and this to me is, I hope they're not going this route. The background, as I know it, is Indy is now has a goddaughter who is his sidekick. They got rid of the son, they bring in the goddaughter. I guess that's the duo that we're in this movie with. Now, I'm fine with that. I'm okay. Just please don't do the SJW route or the Mary Sue route, please. My point is this, and I'm not watching the series, but there's a new series out right now, Willow. I actually don't remember it well. I'm sure it came out in the 80s. I know elements of it, but to tell the truth, when they were making a remake of it or a television production of it, I thought, because it's Disney as far as I know, I thought it was, I don't remember Willow being in Star Wars. That's me. That's what I got out of it. Anyways, in this one scene which they showed or that I saw, they have a fully armored knight. He's probably about 6 to 6'2", fully armored. He's and a knight. He's got a sword, and he's doing the knight stuff. He has the victim on the ground, and he's about to do the coup de grace. Meanwhile, a 90-pound slight teenage girl runs into the fray, sword in hand. She's apparently a apprentice, a knight, one-handed, cuts underneath. He's coming down with his sword. She's sliding in for the block, one hand, and blocks. And blocks. Really? Like, I don't know, Mary Sue much? I don't know. If she did that, and as far as I know, if I remember, the sword was long ways, would not just the momentum of his thrust have given the poor victim a double cut? One this way and one that way. If he's cutting this way, she's into blood. That's me. I really hope, please do not do that. If you do that, it's your call. It's not my movie. All I am is a fan. So anyways, that's where I'm nervous about what they can do or how they can destroy a character. They didn't necessarily destroy him in number 4. I'm worried that they might in number 5. I really am hoping they don't. I hope they keep the Mary Sue element out, and I hope it's a blast the way it was a blast back in the 80s. Oh, 80s. It was an 80s series. If you want to consider the odds, I just consider that a wrap up of the series. I do. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, that's what's going on behind the patch this morning. I will talk to you guys later. Hope you have a very good rest of the day.